Hello everybody, coming at you with all my might. It is Smite. How you guys doing today? We're out here on the YZ450FX. Oh man, I kid you not, this thing, I got the speedometer. Right now it says we're like doing 20, 25, but this thing is fast. We're gonna do a top speed run a little bit. We're not gonna max out because it's way too fast for this road at least. Yeah, that we were touching 80 and there's not enough road. There is not enough road. Oh, we gotta stop. I am not impressed with the brakes on this bike. Not at all. My KTM has far superior brakes. We rebuilt the master cylinder, but I don't know. I'll have to check the brake pads. I have no idea why this thing does not want to stop. Unless it's just that fast, but it just seems like I have, like the lever's mushy. I don't know, like it just seems like it should stop better than it does. I have no idea. I haven't had a Yamaha in a long time and I'm using way too tall of gears, but this thing is literally insane. I'll tell you what, guys, I seen the stories. Everybody knows the stories of like, oh yeah, well I want a 250 because I'm selling the 450 because it's too scary, or I bought it from a guy, he wrecked it and he just didn't want to ride it anymore. And to be brutally honest with you, I'm like, these guys are a bunch of pansies, there's no way this thing is that scary. Guess what? The thing's that scary. Now I'm not by any means a professional rider whatsoever. However, I mean, I've been riding motorcycles for the last 10 years. And I've been riding the trails and dual sporting for the last 10 years. I drove my BMW F800 GS off-road like all the time. So I'm aware of like how, I mean, that's a big, powerful bike. It's not as snappy as this, but man, this thing, it makes, what, 20 horsepower less than the F800 GS? But let me tell you what, it's definitely a scary bike when you're just railing it in third and fourth and it just picks up. There's just endless torque. Now I have a BMW S1000 XR and that thing is beyond fast. I had it up to 140 mile an hour. Did it have more? I don't know. And what was the actual speed? I don't know, because I haven't tested out. I want to see how far off the speedometer is. But it was way, that's the fastest I've ever been on a motorcycle, and so let's just say 143. And that bike is scary. How fast you can get up there. That's a 170 horsepower motorcycle. This is a 50 horsepower motorcycle, but it weighs 260 pounds, so it's just a whole lot of biking. It's just all right there. Now I have a KTM 300 XCW, and that thing, it's a gnarly bike. It really is. I mean, when we first got it, I came back and my dad came back from a first ride on it and his legs were shaking. He's like, that thing is scary. But this is scarier than that. Like, I honestly think that my two-stroke is more refined than the power delivery on this. Now, I understand you could do different tunes and maybe that will clear it up, but I just think there's just so much performance in this bike. And I think that's what gives you some advantage on the 300 two-strokes, is because I mean, they call them three-strokes, some people. You just got so much versatility. Now, granted, I don't want to ride my two-stroke on the road because it's ultra buzzy. Not that this thing is going to be any different. With the four-strokes are just renowned better on the road if you're going to be on the road with them. So I'm just amazed at the performance of this bike. Now everything I own, well, now everything's getting newer now, because I have a 2019 S1000 XR and this is a 2018. They're scary. This bike is scary. I ride it through the woods and there is just so much power. I'm surprised. Now I have big plans for this bike that may or may not tone it down a little bit for me, but I honestly, things are, I don't I don't know where they can go from here. Like, this thing is just insane with the fuel injection, the power delivery. You twist and go. For me to be I will never master this bike. I will never have enough time to put in the hours required to master this bike. I can guarantee it. But ideally, I would have a 250 because I think I could. I think the power delivery of a 250, and you can. Oh, I'm out of fuel already? Holy crap! This thing eats gas. I don't know how much riding I actually did, but the fuel light's on. I hope I could get some decent mileage out of this, unless I leaked it out. I have no idea. That's insane. Oh no, I'm definitely gonna have to get a bigger tank. That was my plan. It's gonna be crazy. I mean, and this is not even the newest model. I mean, people said that the tractability of the 19s were a lot better because you had the button, the magic button to adjust the fuel mapping and the ignition, like on the fly, where this has to be pre-tuned. Like, you have to go back and tune it. So I still need to get a tuner for it. I have a lot of stuff because I would like to put a recluse in this as well. So I hope you enjoyed this little ride I did, and a little rant on, like, just that's really all I've gotten. A whole bunch of scary bikes, and it just equates into I need to spend more time riding them. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments below. Have a nice day and God bless.